Hello everyone, welcome to this episode of Market Pulse. I am Ajit, the founder and mentor at Learn Price Action Trading. Let's take a look at what the indices have been doing and are likely to do in the coming week. So nothing has changed on the monthly. We are inching up. We reached 15,600 today. Remember, we have a pivot here, so it can even give a new high. We'll have to take a look at the smaller time frames for more information on where we could see a turning point, if at all. So that's going to be the monthly demand zone. It's still a picture of demand zone. So, but that's if market turns, we could come all the way up to this point. That's the original demand zone on the monthly chart. Too far away right now to think about it. So, but here is where we'll have some action now in the coming weeks. On the weekly, the trend is again up. We came all the way to the low end of this weekly demand zone. That's the area from where we went up without any pullback. So remember, when we go up all the way here without any pullback, the fall can also be equally hard. So we are too overextended now into retail areas. Even though we are likely to give a new high, it needs to be seen. On the weekly, this is an area of supply where we are towards the edge of that supply right now. So that's going to be the range. Remember, we are in extreme retail areas on this. That's the main demand zone. Once we break that, we probably could be heading down all the way towards, let's say, probably first will be about say 17,600. So these are the areas that will define the price action for the coming weeks. Fresh original areas of demand to go long and swing and cash are still at about 16,200. Now, today we gapped up because of global news and came straight into this area of supply zone, which is a very crucial area of supply zone and can force the index to turn. So maybe we might go a little bit deeper inside this and it could then start the turn. We have a very strong gap up, but it's more of a novice gap we would see because it's happening after this trend. Look out for confirmations to go short once we get confirmation. That's the area where we would likely first move to. So that's the range that we'll have for the coming week at least. And this is going to be the next area of demand zone. So these two are crucial demand zones. Once we break this, we could move all the way towards 17,600 or at least towards this area of demand zone at about 17,800. The more we go up, the deeper we can come down. So cautious approach, no longs, swing longs, intraday longs can be taken. And for swing trade, you need to wait for some more confirmation or maybe can look at far-month options. So if you take a look at the smaller time frame, that's a 75-minute chart. We are that's a supply we are looking at, and there will be a nice fresh supply here at about 18,788. That is where you can look at some long-term put options to be bought. Right now, we are finding it difficult to go beyond this. Even if we pull back, maybe somewhere here around 18,400 could be the area where you can again look at some buying. That's the area for a range-bound trade. High on the curve, more confirmation needed to go for shorts, so long as may not yield good results in the index, but you can go long in stock specific. You can be stock specific for longs. Overextended, need some patience to wait for the good signals and go for shorts. If you take a look at the India VIX, nothing has changed. We went down and came up again. This is holding up India VIX on the daily chart. So that's the area. And if we start moving up, we have a big room to move, which could probably push it back to the next area of demand zones on the Nifty index. So be cautious. VIX is not giving up. So that means a cautious approach towards index trading as of now, and also a lot of stocks are still very high on the curve with at supply zones. Only look at stocks which are low on the curve and not high on the curve. A quick look at Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty has hit a new high as expected, anyways. But whether this high sustains is what is important. Uh, that's an area of demand zone on the monthly chart, and the original demand is still here. Now we don't have any supply, but it's important to see how this month ends. We have 2 more days to go. Whether it ends below the all-time high or gives us some confirmation. On the weekly, again, the picture is not good. It is pretty much similar to this picture where we had a very big fall. So be cautious about going aggressive longs, overnight longs in Bank Nifty. Maybe the shorts will have good reward to risk, but you'll have to wait for some more confirmation. And this is not something that is a great price action to go long. The euphoria might be just used to sell a stock or sell the index who had gone long at these areas. On the daily chart, if you see, there is no clear demand zone here on the daily chart unless we go all the way up to 42,500. That's the demand zone where if the fall happens, we can likely come to. But at the same time, here we have some demand zone on the smaller time frames. 43,500 is still going to be crucial area to breach. Once that breaches, you'll have a confirmation that we could go further lower. So that's the demand zone which is holding up as of now, and we have new demand zone formed here. So that could be the area where you can look for some short-term longs. And once we come here, probably we'll have some supply zone. So there'll be range-bound movement at that area. So Bank Nifty is very, very overstretched, and the price action is not really supportive for any swing longs. So even though we don't have any supply zones as of now, we are very overextended, and the weekly price action do not suggest a good move. So we could see a move up to, let's say, 73, 43,789, or that could be a good area of demand zone here, the 43,500, which has been holding up for quite some long time. So if you see, the entire move originated from here. So between these, you can go into some longs for Nifty Bank. Overall, cautious approach on the long side. Wait for pullbacks to go long. To enter into shorts, you can look at some long-term options once we start going below today's low. And at these areas, look at confirmation longs, and you can keep trading. This week, it looks like it's going to be more of range-bound trading, and so trade the range as the markets are falling. All right.